It's crazy to think that one singular emoji from a man named Simon Hypixel has changed the entire narrative of the cancellation of Hytale. This man not only has taken us from absolutely nothing where the game was cancelled to almost giving us a sense of belief that Hytale, at this point, to me, seems like it's most likely going to be saved. My name's Chris, welcome back to the Canadian Flash channel, and guys, please enjoy the video. Hey everybody, what's going on? Chris here, otherwise known as Canadian Flash. Welcome back to the Canadian Flash Hytale channel. I know I've been a little bit busy recently, you know, with all the Hytale news. I've been working a lot. I've been trying to get out a video. I wanted to get one out, I think, on Thursday, and then Friday I was busy. But hey, it's Saturday today, guys. I'm recording a video for you guys because Simon, the man himself, the man who just followed me on Twitter, what an absolute legend, by the way, has given me hope, has given not just me hope, the entire community hope, and honestly, just Hytale. It's just given us so much hope. And that's the one thing, even hopium, copium, call it whatever you want, but Simon has been absolutely cooking right now on Twitter. And I want to get out, and I want to break down today just a couple of tweets that he has tweeted, because he's tweeted a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but this time it's kind of has more depth to it. So let's get right into that. So this all started, obviously we know back when Hytale was canceled, Simon said he'd be willing to drop $20 million to fund the rest of the development for Hytale, bringing back the legacy engine and all that. But this was, what day was this? July 23rd. It's currently 26 today. It's 3 days ago. Simon replied to his tweet that said, "No risk, no story," with the emoji with sunglasses. If you don't know, that's the cool emoji, basically. And this just got the entire community buzzing, which is kind of crazy because there was not much information going on. There was like, Simon was like teasing things here or there. He said, you know, he's teasing how there's like one timeline where this could possibly exist. And now it kind of seems like it's happening. I think I've heard things in the rumor mill. I mean, I have no sources or anything, but I've heard things in the rumor mill that it's looking pretty good. But other than that, guys, right now Simon has got the entire community's hopes on his back, and I'm just so hyped right now. Simon's being a little sneaky bugger right now because he's not confirming anything, but he's also not confirming anything. He's doing that little tease face that people do when they're not allowed to talk about anything, but things look pretty good. And you can just tell by all the tweets he's been putting out recently. He's been replying to like dozens, if not like 100 tweets a day talking about Hytale. He's so locked in. We're all locked in, and it's honestly one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Like, what Simon is doing right now is exactly what we wanted the actual Hytale team back in the day to be doing. We want clarification. We want the team to be like open with us, talk about whatever you're working on, talk about the problems you're having, talk about what is possible, what is not possible. Like right now, Simon is just straight up like, I want to get the game out and I want to release the game. I can fix all the bugs after, and that's what we've been wanting for years. We just wanted like a beta or an alpha or something, and then let the team just let us play the game, let us find the bugs, let the team fix the bugs. That's all we really wanted when about Hytale. And now it seems like this is probably what's most likely going to happen. And Simon, like he said many times, just release it, just release it. We'll. It's basically just like we'll deal with it when it comes up, you know, the problems, which is so nice. I can't wait. And I've said hope a lot in this video so far. I'm already like 2 minutes in. But even Simon, on July 24th, he tweeted a picture with a, I don't know, it looks like a drawing of a hope getting injected into somebody. So like, I mean, there's clearly hope, guys. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say at this point, to be honest. So going through a couple of threads that Simon has gone on right now. So the first thing I really want to note is that Hawkon was mentioning about proximity voice chat, and Simon replies with this, saying, "Update on this today. I had a chat with one of my devs that used to work on Hytale, and I think it's possible to add it back in, aka proximity voice chat. I will personally make sure it happens, especially in time for minigames. That could be hilarious and chaotic, and I love it. It opens a new door for minigames genres as well, if I get to buy the IP, of course." Mine says, "Imagine hearing someone falling scream get quieter and quieter as you push them off the map in Skywars." And then Simon says, someone could easily make a peak minigame. Hytale has some climbing, vaulting mechanics, and could add in some co-op moves, etc. Yeah, we also know they have like the mantling feature as well, which is pretty cool. Then I said, Cave Raptor Jockey Race would go crazy as a minigame, to be honest. Yeah, kind of like a big old Mario Kart with Cave Raptors. And Simon replied to that saying, "That's why Releasing something ASAP with access to custom maps/mods is going to be wild. We need to get the community involved to make things early on. Exactly, I said that earlier in the video. Just get it out, let the community go to town, let them find bugs, let the team fix the bugs, and go from there. Big Dude says, would servers or multiplayer be accessible on launch as well? And Simon replied to this saying, survival and or creative, people could run their own servers, yes, and play with friends. We could probably not host ourselves day one. We will be working on setting hardware and stuff for a while. I don't even know that there is a single minigame in the lobby that works. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Which means he probably will be playing it hopefully sometime soon. But yeah, honestly, even if you just give us the the survival mode and creative mode, that's all we need just for now. And then once they actually figure out how to get the servers going, or once we figure out how to get the servers going, then people can maybe start forming their server base around, or maybe building their community for their servers before we actually get into the actual server part. So then the normal question of Hytale's monetary, I don't know, value or state comes up. It's like, basically, how much will you pay for Hytale? How much will it cost? Mine says, is it fair to assume you will sell Hytale as a pay-to-play game to get back some of the early revenue? Simon says, yes, probably 2 or 3 different versions. And there you go, pay-to-play is the way, I guess, now, guys, which is completely fine with me. I know I'm a free-to-play guy, but the game is completely different than what it is what it was like even a year ago. So Simon says, yes, probably 2 or 3 different versions. One option, a lower price version people who can't afford or simply just want to try before upgrading. 2, a supporter pack version where you can get cosmetic stuff and show your support. And 3, maybe some kind of founder pack with multiple access keys and extra cosmetics, subject to change, but that's just current thinking. Someone says, what are access keys? And mine says, like game codes. And Acorn says, oh, like codes you can give out to your friends. And Simon says, yes. So I mean, if people, and maybe if the game is kind of pay to play, maybe guys with, extra monetary or extra money can buy codes for people that don't have the money, and they can just do a giveaway or whatever like that. Either way, Hytale will hopefully be getting funded as good as possible. And then one final question here, or one final follow-up of that one, is from Juan David. He says price, and Simon says, I'll try to buy the IP first and then do the math. And that makes complete sense. Yeah, you're going to want to know how much, you need to get back after you reinvested. A question I haven't seen until now from Antez, I think is how you pronounce it. He mentioned people have said that there were options to have cross-platform without rewriting the engine. If you buy the Hytale IP, will it be cross-platform? Simon says, yes, there are options. Obviously, it will not happen day one. Of course, it is a long-term possibility, which is really cool. I'm no game dev. I had no idea if you could take the legacy engine and bring it to the cross-platform engine like they were trying to do right now, or not even a new engine, just make it cross-platform in general. But I guess, yeah, like I said, if there is a way to do it, I mean, obviously it's not gonna happen in day one, but maybe, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, maybe it'll be possible. Who knows? FPS asked a question about how might community server/pluglings and modding work, like Minecraft with Juggle plugins or scripting showed like in the original trailer. I love to know what languages to be familiar with. Good luck. Simon says probably both, but I haven't seen it in 5 to 6 years, so I have no idea. This is where it really gets me here, though. It says, I have more questions/interviews to do with ex-Hytale devs in the coming days, and I'll ask them questions. So this is kind of interesting because, I mean, Simon, I think he's trying to onboard not just the current Hytale devs that were, working on the game right before it got canceled, but even the ex-Hytale devs that, made the original legacy engine, the ones that were there from the beginning of Hytale. It'll be cool to see who he brings back, and I really want to know. I'm very intrigued right now. Also, please bring back Budacat. I love the man. So going back to the beginning release of Hytale, what Simon wants to release as soon as possible, and he says survival and or creative would be released first, just to get Hytale out as soon as possible. Minigames require a bit of infrastructure hardware work, so it would take a bit of time. I don't want to make people wait. Gotta break the release curse. Later on, adventure story mode. This would have a more complete survival loop with more content. Another thing that I've been wanting for so long, like I said, just release the game. Just give us the opportunity to play it, find everything, report everything, play the game. Obviously, you're gonna advance the survival mode like every other game ever with future DLCs. You're gonna fix bugs, you're gonna add mobs, you're gonna add prefabs, you're gonna add lore, add everything to make the game even more immersive. Like I said, just get the game out right now. And then King D Sovereign says, wait, so adventure mode is gonna be separate mode than survival mode, or is adventure mode essentially a complete survival mode? If it is first, why keep the modes separate? Why not have story mode where you can treat like survival and jump back into story wherever you want? And Simon says, to be fair, I don't have a final answer. It could very well be that the survival mode gets the adventure quest line later on as it goes more and more in content. For early access release, I want to make the separation so that people understand that we cut the adventure to be able to ship content ASAP. Not sure how to properly explain what he is thinking. But no, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's just literally just get the game out as fast as possible. I mean, even if it's rushed or whatever, everyone's going to want to play it. It's going to, I guarantee you it's going to do well no matter what. Sure, there will be people that say they're never playing this game again because they ran into one bug at one specific time. Or maybe there will be some aspects that are unfinished or unplayable. And yeah, we're going to have to work with that. We know that. But I think everybody has come to the understanding that, yeah, that's fine. We're going to be okay with that. Obviously, there's going to be the few bad apples out there. But like I said, we just want this game. We just want it out. Simon, thank you so much for everything you're doing. And let's just kind of wrap it up on like a nice little happy note here. Saw Sissy, I think it's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. Guy's got like a hot dog as his, like, I don't know, emoji. Said, will there be a system for adding friends directly in the game to facilitate the arrival of cross-platform later? Simon says, I found a possible solution already, hopefully on day one. Yes, that's huge. And then JM says, hey Simon, I hope you're keeping well. Hytale was always a social game, which was super exciting to me. Was curious if this aspect will be kept in the IP. And he sent a picture of like the friends tab over there. There's like a little chat feature, a friends feature. You can see your person's name and like the profile picture there. Simon says, I would love to. Friends list were the first thing I added to Hypixel in 2013, and social is key. And I 100% agree. Like, look at Simon on Twitter right now. He's absolutely blowing up. Hytale is trending on Twitter because Simon is tweeting about the game. Hytale hasn't trended on Twitter, minus the cancellation, like before that, since, I don't know, Hytale News made like a fake Hytale post, but before that, I don't know when that was, probably like the Edge article or like the Riot Hytale trailer back in like 2022 or 2021, like I have no idea, it took so long, and now Hytale, after the cancellation with all these Simon tweets, is trending like daily right now. That's just how good Hytale is doing with the, in quotation marks, revival of the game. And I'm gonna wrap it up on this one here. So we have Nox, I think it's your person's name, saying, guessing we will get a Hytale Discord server. Hey, we haven't got one yet, so I mean, I guess every other Hytale Discord is going to be like relevant at this point. But still, Simon says, yeah, why not? Give me one right now. Simon, I will help you make a Hytale Discord server if you need help. But I'm just saying, that will be peak if we get a Hytale Discord server. So we have a really good little thread here from King D Sovereign. And his thread here, I'm going to end it off on this one, by the way. This will be the last point in this video. From King D Sovereign says, one of the biggest and most exciting aspects of Hytale was the promise of a living world. It's a promise that most games have failed to deliver on in any meaningful way. How has Hytale come along in this department, and can we expect a level of living world if the game releases? Simon says, top priority, which is huge, and we already know, like we said, Hytale does have a living world. For what I know, it delivers on this. We'll probably have to invest some time in the NPC interactions to make sure it is great, can be improved over time, but you're right, it is critical. King D Sovereign replies to that saying, now that is exciting to hear. Aside from NPC interactions with each other, will there be other plans on NPC behavior changing based on things like day/night or weather? For example, Quebex is going out to hunt at night, or animals taking shelter in the rain. And honestly, I can actually answer this as well, because I mean, there are videos of, I think it started to rain and there was like a Chork that went back into his camp to get away from the rain. And Simon says, I think a lot of that is already in, just from reading the blog post, but I don't know, would have to check. It is more important to make the game feel alive indeed. And then he also, Save Hytale here with a, I don't know, that action emoji says, what is your thoughts on Tessa and Kairos? Oh, speaking from experience, I love Tessa and Kairos. One of my best videos back in the day was on Tessa and Kairos. And Simon says, I don't know much about the lore, to be honest. I need to hire some of the people that did the lore to understand it and let them cook. We are not there yet. I mean, if you guys need some lore, guys, I replied to this. I mean, I love the lore of Hytale. I made a whole video about the lore of Hytale. I've made multiple videos about the lore of Hytale, and I think, oh, I just want this game so bad right now. It's so good. I'm so excited at the moment. So guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I know it was kind of a little bit all over the place, but that's just kind of what Twitter's been recently, with Simon tweeting like every 5 minutes. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think Hytale's going to be saved? Do you not think Hytale's going to be saved? Also, join any Discord link that's in the description down below. There's Hytale fans absolutely everywhere. The community's buzzing right now. I'm sure mine and I are going to do a podcast sometime soon. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.